Greetings. I am Julian Carter, and today I am teaching first graders how to subtract numbers and what is subtraction. Subtraction is a number that is taken away from another number. The first example I'm going to show is 1 minus 1. And there is multiple ways to show how to subtract 1 minus 1. So as I'm talking to a first grader, I will show them an example of if you have one pencil and you remove that one pencil, then how many pencils are left? 0. So 1, and you take that 1 away, that leaves you with 0. I'm going to start with the number 10. And we're going to subtract 9. If you have 10 tally marks, and you take 1 away, that will leave you with 1 tally mark, 2 tally mark, 3 tally mark, 4 tally mark, 5 tally mark, 6 tally mark, 7 tally mark, 8 tally mark, 9 tally mark, sorry, I had that mixed up. So rephrase this one more time. If you have 10 tally marks and you cross out 9 tally marks, that leaves you with 1 tally mark. Cross out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that leaves you with 1. 10 minus 9 is 1. How do you subtract 6 from 3? Another way. If you have 6 tally marks and you align 3 under it, and you cross out and you hold, oh, give me a second, I messed that up. If there are 6 tally marks and you take 3 away, then that will leave you with 3. Most children learn upon their fingers. If you have 6 fingers and you take 3 away, that leave you with 3 fingers. So 6 minus 3 gives you 3. A fun experiment that I would give my students to learn subtraction is giving them Cheerios. The needed supply for the experiment you would need is very simple. Each class will need a Ziploc bag, a Ziploc bag for each student, and let's say we're going to be subtracting numbers for 20. Each student should have a total of 20 Cheerios. I don't have any Cheerios on site, but I'm going to draw out the Cheerios on my board. Also, this experience deals with self-regulations that we learn in class. It is very important for young kids to understand self-regulation. In, let's say, first grade, teachers have to teach their students self-regulation. Cheerios are some kids' favorite cereal. And seeing the cereal in front of them, the children may lose distraction. Gonna probably want to eat the Cheerios before they get finished with their lesson. So basically, have to teach the children and have them to understand that you do not eat the Cheerios until I tell you you can eat the Cheerios. Because if you eat a Cheerio during your problem solving, then you're going to mess your whole problem up. Therefore, when everybody else having the same calculations, your number equation going to be off. So let's say each student have 20 Cheerios. I'm going to draw my circles, and my circles going to represent 20 Cheerios. These are 20 Cheerios that will be lined up on each student desk. I would give the student an equation, and I would ask them to draw the equation, their problem, with their Cheerios. For example, what is 5 minus 1? So I'm going to ask the students, you take 5 Cheerios. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're going to take away 1 Cheerio. I would then ask the student, how many Cheerios do you have left? And they would count. I have 1 Cheerio, 2, 3, 4. Then I would ask them, you have 4 Cheerios left. Now, are you able to write out the problem that I just stated? 5 Cheerios subtract 1 equals 4. I will now go a little higher with my numbers. I would ask the students, what is 15 minus 7? I would tell them, pull out 15 Cheerios and put them in categories by 5s. At this point, I'm sure that the students are really focused and really want to grab a Cheerio and put one in their mouth. You have to continue to keep them focused and continue to let them know you do not eat any Cheerios until we're finished. So here you have 15 Cheerios by fives. 5, 10, 15. I asked, what is 15 minus 7? I would ask them to remove 7 Cheerios from their pile. Then I would ask them to count how many Cheerios they still have in their current pile. Eight. I will then ask the students, what is 15 minus 7? And they will say 8. Then I would ask them to write down their paper, their problem. You have 15 Cheerios, and you subtracted that by removing 7 Cheerios from the pile. They gave you 8 Cheerios left. Also, at this point, you want to continue to make sure that you ask each student, do they still have all their remaining Cheerios, or have snuck one in their mouth? If they say they have all Cheerios, then they are following the teacher's direction. My next step is to help my students understand what is addition and what does it mean. Addition means that when you adding one number plus another number together gives you an addition problem. We're going to continue to use Cheerios, but to make the game more fun, I'm going to add gummy worms, and I'm going to pass each student additional 5 gummy worms with their pile of 20 Cheerios. Also, I will pass along 5 more snacks, and I would give each student 5 marshmallows. Now, at this point of the experiment, students are really going to get really excited because now they see gummy worms and marshmallows. So you have to really make sure that they're earning their gummy worms and their marshmallows by letting them know that you cannot eat these gummy worms or marshmallows until the experiment is over. That's important of teaching the students self-regulation. I would tell the students, if you have 20 Cheerios, and you add the 5 gummy worms, I also teach them the symbols.